Hey, it's Johnny Grube from wildmantraining.com. You know, today my workout was the Bob Backlund professional wrestler type workout, but I added on to it. So I did my step ups. I held 15-pound dumbbells, 30 pounds, 15-inch bench, and I did just 10 kneeling ab wheel rollouts. Basically, wasn't for anything, no time, just wanted to get through it. It was good sweat. So I wound up, 10 rounds. I wound up with 200 step ups with the 30 pounds and 100 kneeling ab wheel rollouts in 16 minutes. 16 minutes and 19 seconds, something like that. Like I said, wasn't going for any time or anything, just was doing it steady, wasn't racing through it. Even an exercise like that, it takes 16 minutes. You know well as I do, most people aren't doing 100 kneeling ab wheel rollouts. They're just not doing it. Not without doing it for a while because their body will be so fucking sore. And even alternating between step ups and 10 ab wheel rollouts, most people are not going to complete the 100. So I don't do them all the time anymore. I still do them just so I can continue to do them. I haven't done too many standing ab wheel rollouts in a while. I'll do one or two occasionally just to be able to maintain. But other than that, kneeling ab wheel rollouts do well, and they'll still make your core as hard as shit. So it's punch proof, kick proof. I can guarantee it. If you do them. Not to mention what it does for your upper body, your tricep, your shoulders, your chest. It's just a great upper body movement. Anyhow, that was what the pro wrestler Bob Backlund did. If you watched him in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s, the dude's in phenomenal shape. He's in the 70s now, and he's still in phenomenal shape, which you can't really question it. But again, it's not typical gym work, so most people are going to look past it. But anyhow, I've told you many times before how much I read, and I have a huge library. I have a huge audio book collection, as well as podcasts I listen to. Anyhow, I'm big on the mind. I had to become big on the mind because, like everyone else out there that has issues, they self-soothe with booze, drugs, gambling, porn, whatever it is. Well, I didn't want to be that guy, so I had to figure out how I could help myself. I know there's answers out there, so I decided years ago I'm going to start looking. And I've probably read more books on the mind, psychology, philosophy, just more than any other except maybe fitness. And I continue to read them because where a lot of it's the same, somebody might say it a little differently to where it makes more sense to me. And anybody that pushes back against the self-help or whatever you want to call it, and I'm not talking about the woo-woo stuff and everything's rosy. And they don't. It's not that they don't have their place, because you really don't want to go around with a fucking positive, beyond positive mindset, which, hey, I can sit here all fucking day and do nothing, and I'm going to have fucking somebody put food in my cabinets. That's not going to fucking happen. And you can't walk around fucking negative all the time, fucking hating the world, hating every fucking thing, because that ain't going to work either. It's just going to poison you. So, I like to call more of what I do is reality-based thinking. I like to look at it. Not that I don't get emotional, not that I don't fucking yell and scream at times, and it's usually because I'm pissed at me. Because something didn't go right on my end, not their end. And believe me, as I gotten older and I figured this out, that I didn't have to be the way I was, I've become quite the expert in apologizing to people. Because I was fucking wrong. I just, and I'm still fighting with it on a regular fucking basis. Anybody that doesn't act like if everybody acts like, anybody out there that acts like their whole fucking life is on, it's fucking, I can tell you right now, if your life's on all the fucking time, you got a fucking falling coming. I can tell you that. You fucking live a charmed life and it will come to an end soon. And you better fucking square your shit away and fucking try to get a little harder, because if that fucking hits, you'll be one of these fucking depressed people on your way to fuck out, looking for fucking drugs and booze. Because if you think about it now, most people self-soothe with wine, alcohol, beer, hard liquor. They just do. That's why you got the fucking happy hour after work. Anyhow, I've read them all, and I'm not even kidding you. There's very few that I mean, there may be some new stuff, but I've read all the old shit for the most that I can think of. You know, from Tony Robbins to Maxwell Maltz to Norman Vincent Peale. I could go on and on and on. And I'll tell you what, Anthony Robbins, Tony Robbins, whatever you want to call him, he was one of the guys that got me really thinking. I believe that he really knows what the fuck he's talking about, okay? And he's changed a lot of people's lives, whether you like him or not. I'm not a guy that wants a guy that's going to tell me. And I'll tell you another guy, Larry Winget. Larry Winget has got nothing but common sense stuff. The pit bull of personal development. That dude will kick you in the ass. I read stuff on Navy SEALs, right? You know, military men, strong men. You know, I want to look at men who are actual men, okay? Their whole life isn't one thing or the other. They have a pretty balanced life. And I'm not saying that, I'm not talking about, you know, they got a perfect balanced life, that they've never been divorced, or that's not what I'm saying. Guys that can pull themselves up and keep going forward, whether it's divorce, whether it's a drug problem or whatever. And I've said before, I'm not giving somebody a pat on the back because they've overcome drugs or alcoholism or anything. I'm not doing that. I don't do that, man. You know, that was in your best interest to do that, to get out of that, because it was only going to cause you and your family fucking harm on the way out. But anyhow, here's a book I'm reading. It's called Your Mind is a Prison, A Guide to Living by Jason Rosander. I guess he was in Vietnam. I'm sorry, Vietnam. He wasn't in Vietnam. He's a veteran. He was in law enforcement. You know, an officer. He served in Afghanistan. And I'm going to tell you, man, out of all the books I've read, this book, I don't know if you can see it. I can't really see it. But this book here, I tell you, this is fucking good. This book is good. It really makes you look at things a lot differently. I mean, big. And no roses, no bullshit. It's just, it makes a lot of fucking sense. And like I said, man, a lot of people, I'm above that, I'm above that. You know what? The people that say they're above fucking reading books on fucking getting better are the fucking same guys fucking passing out at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock on the fucking bar stool, and at home at fucking 1 o'clock with fucking Cheetos, fucking with a fucking keg of beer, waiting to fucking pass out while they're fucking throwing their fucking shoes at the fucking referee on fucking TV because the fucking NFL, because the referee got a bad fucking call for their fucking team because their fucking fantasy football player fucking sprained a fucking ankle. I don't fucking know. They're the same guys who would say, "Oh, I don't need that shit." Yeah, well, guess what? I don't give a fuck. And then there's another one, the case against vaccine mandates. Yeah, this is real fucking good too. I got this just the other day, and I'm already halfway through it. And wow. Basically, it validates most of what I believe with the pharmaceutical companies, the elites. But I'll tell you what, man, this goes fucking deep in depth about, you know, how society's been for fucking quite a long time. Oh, and it also, that smallpox fucking theory where at one time the government made everybody get the smallpox vaccination. And I'll tell you right now, this book will explain what was behind that and how it was bullshit and that didn't happen. So other than one guy was fined $5, which is equivalent to $150 today, and he didn't pay it and went to jail. So anyhow, there's two good books I'm reading. Like I said, man, these are just my opinions. I'm nobody special. Just a fucking older man who's a blue-collar worker, who's raised a family, got many grandkids, just trying to fucking find the truth just like every fucking one else. But doing it, I'm thinking a little bit smarter than most later.